Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Hey, 382, last 50. Kill. Hey, turn it out. 6-6, pull it high. Leave it. Ring up 48. Hey, zoom. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. On the ball.
You go tight. You got tight.
To throw is Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Through. We want this. Five.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Yeah. You don't want none. Check. SOS. Rhino. SOS.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
The hot.
58 to Mike.
Good route here.
Switch up. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Cousins on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Desmond King making the tackle.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you, boy.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 28-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Flush to his right. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Here's Rivers. And he's going to go down again. Ben Gideon, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Vikings
All
take
day,
over first
baby.
and
Let's
10
go. Let's
at
go.
their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Watch twist.
Black.
Joker.
First down, here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
To throw, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rivers to throw it. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler. Oh, the spin.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's set a tone, fella.
Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Sponge. No.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Lucky.
Cook following the penalty.
It's run.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You better bring it. I'm letting you.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. The left side caught by Diggs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Check.
Hey, Ken.
Check 6 guys. Watch out.
Check 37. Rose. Zebra.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yellow.
Mike 55.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
Here we go.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Let's go one more.
They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch 54. Here we go.
Orange 5-4. Hey, Foxtrot.
Right there.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers.
You must be drinking.
Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. That goes for a gain of 31.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Check pass, check pass.
Rivers on first down. That's caught. It's the rookie Deebo Samuel. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Ready?
Load it! Load it! Hey, ready, behind!
A first down throw here for Rivers. That's going to be caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Vikings take
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious from both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
Bang, 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 bang.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Out time, let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
To throw again. Rivers. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Anthony Barr racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They got the lead last time, had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Running on first down, Eckler down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 52. Slam.
On 2nd down, Eckler.
Run!
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. Smith catches left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Fielded just inside the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On second down, Rivers again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 35 on second down, Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Throwing. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check right. Hey, Alpha. Watch it, 5.
Come for you. Hey, watch the edge. Hey.
Rhino.
Tighten up.
Again, it's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Check 55.
48. Protein spill. Hey, no, easy. You go see.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. As the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers Rivers with his third touchdown pass of the game as his guys have now moved out in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Final play of the half, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Tight dog. Buffalo wall. Buffalo wall.
Flow, let flow.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey. Mike.
Throwing again. Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28.
That's another Charger.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ben Gideon in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Hey, Delta. Load it. Look.
Now Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Left. Hey, seam six.
Mike, 55. Right, 55.
From the gun, Rivers, and able to find Green. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. Rivers now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Y'all not ready.
Hey, easy.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Mike, and let's get that
To
ball.
throw is Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Rivers pass incomplete out of the end zone. He was covered by Trey Williams.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
Let's go, D.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
Here we go, D.
Wait, 89.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Steps up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Everson Griffin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The Vikings take over.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And an alley to run. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Run 80.
40, Mike, 40.
Watch the run, watch the run.
First down, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Slack 15.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I'm coming.
To throw, Cousins. Incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, flipper.
Check three. Chef.
Say.
Hey, steamer. Wait, hot.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Cousins now from the 50. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Come to my world.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Watch twist.
Hey, flipper.
Check 50.
Wait, hot.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
58, boys.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Set. Round 80.
Mike's 5-4. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
On play action, Rivers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 17. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, let's get this. Leave it. Ring up, 48.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Well, 58's the Mike. Too little, Cupcake. 58, boys, 58.
Hey, wahoo.
See? It's going to be a long day, offense.
Ringo.
It's going to be a long day.
Kill.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Look at the spin.
Balance.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So it's third and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
What we got?
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. To throw again on second down, Cousins.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Watch the edge.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And an alley to run. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Set. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Gotta do better. Come on.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. Spinning away. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Check 4. Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Rivers now, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Ben Gideon in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he heard all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch the pass.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, it's Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
First down, here's Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Throwing, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They started on the ground with Eckler.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That 180. Black 15.
We got double tight. Double tight. Hey.
Hey, ready.
Three down.
Here is Eckler. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.